Hey there, guys. Good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Hopefully, you're all doing good. And I'm gonna be doing a couple of episodes for you. Just woke up a while back, so the ghostly voice, right? Had some coffee, no breakfast yet. Perhaps go for morning walk afterwards. So I just thought, just put up two videos before I do that. So I have very interesting fragrance today for initial impression. I just got this, and I just love this DNA of Viktor&Rolf Spicebomb. This is their one of their best fragrances. They do have many other fragrances, perhaps Viktor&Rolf, but they are known for their Spicebomb line. And I don't own everything, but have been a big fan of this line so far. You can say I have 5 now. So today we'll be looking at infrared, and this is the EDP concentration, right? So basically, Spicebomb is a fragrance. Let me just tell you, it's one of the big name in fragrance community. This one I think is like pink pepper, that tobacco, and then it's like a spicy cinnamon. People say it's one of the best playful spicy tobacco fragrances. Like the pink pepper is so mouth-watering, right? So this one, I think people compare with Bulgari's Man in Black, which I always loved, but I found them to be a little bit different as well. So I did get some of the flankers, which were like I would say Spice Bomb Extreme, which is my favorite in winter. Great hookah tobacco, note in there with the vanilla. And then the fresh one I wear for summer. This is super rare to find, super expensive. And then I bought like Night Vision when it got released, because the bottle, it got the green neon bottle, which I found cool. So recently I saw our retail outlet Sandara got this infrared the bottle, and it's EDP, but they have no tester. So this is a 90 ml. I don't know how many bottle sizes they have, but usually Spicebomb have multiple bottle sizes. So please try the tester in your local retailers or discounters. Okay, so let's get into this. This is basically more modern take on original Spicebomb, and definitely it is a flanker. There's no way you can be mistaken, like, oh man, this one perhaps it's something totally different like Night Vision did. I think this was the worst flanker, to be honest. From this line, people hate it, but the rest of them, they worked well for me. So let's go one by one. The packaging, these packaging I always love. I love Viktor&Rolf Bonbon, Flower Bomb, those fragrances. And there's one more, Viktor&Rolf Antidote. I cannot find it anymore. It's my favorite fragrance. So this is how that looks. It has been reviewed, okay, before by many reviewers. Just give me one quick second. Sorry guys, it's early morning. I'm just after the coffee, my mouth is watering, like drying up, so I'm drinking some water just to refresh myself. Okay, now we are good. So there's a previous release in 2021 which is called Infrared simply, and this is the EDP version, which is a 2023 release. It's a brand new release, you can say this year's release. And I think this fragrance, it's like a nice little deviation. As I was saying, this is a true flanker to original. So some people would be a little bit disappointed, like, hey, this is not offering anything that brand new, or it's just something top note. It's like a little bit of red fruits, berries, and a little bit of a paprika, and all those things. No, this definitely has its own vibe, and on the dry down, it goes to the original. So I think that's what a true flanker's supposed to do. Okay, that's my humble opinion. So as I was showing you the box, this is like this, and the bottle follows like the rest of them. Look at that bottle. It's red at the base, dark up top, and it says, just like typical like hand grenade style, it will have the stopper, which I like. But even with the stopper, sometimes you can spray. I think I have seen that happening. Let's try. I already have it on my hand. See, with the stopper, it's still spray. So this is more like an ornament or a showpiece, just to make it look great. Okay, and I think this looks great. The bottle looks amazing, the red band and all that. I think Armani Code Liste or something had a red bottle, black and red combination. So bottle presentation, definitely 10 out of 10. Only thing I have against this line is that they make 90 ml, and their fragrances, I will tell you, this one retails for $135. Okay, some countries more, and those are niche prices you're looking at. Okay, try to look for a deal, coupon code, something to get the best deal out of it. Sprayer works really, really great. Let me show you without the stopper. Okay, really great. So I think this one, for the pricing, better wait for discounters, but I don't think it will be super heavily discounted. It will be at least somewhere under 100. Okay, so notes breakdown wise, this one has a little bit of a different notes breakdown than the original one. I think had more red berries up top and fruity, then a little bit of a pepper, cinnamon, leather, not leather, sorry, tobacco combination. This one is more deep. It's like has that added depth. And the notes breakdown are cinnamon, chili pepper, pink pepper. Then again at the heart you have chili pepper, leather, and the base you got raisins, woodsy notes. So you see there's some notes that's missing. I think they are trying to say we're going to give you leather instead of tobacco. What do I get from it? When I smell it, first thing, I blind bought this. Okay, yesterday I got, and there was no tester. I told you guys I was gonna get another fragrance, which I got also, Scandal, Le Parfum, and these fragrances you have to have also. I'm gonna feature this one in next video, which is called Tonka Cole. I got these are my most favorite fragrances because I love sweet. If you are a fan of sweet fragrances, you must look at this. This one is a good combination of sweet and spicy, but not syrupy sweet, not thick syrupy, not playful, not juvenile. I think these are more mature line of when they put EDP or some people do not like it, but I do like the extreme. This one I do have a backup bottle of it. So these are more mature. If you ask me, the original Spicebomb is beautiful. The fresh one definitely good. And Night Vision line, they I think made it kind of like youthful, sweet, fruity kind of a vibe. This one I just loved. Moment I bought it, I opened and sprayed it. I was amazed. Okay, if you have winter going on, cold weather going on, nice little like rainy nights, which is very cool weather, very pleasant. This is the fragrance you want to pick. If you, let's say, enjoying nice meal, even if you are a smoker, I don't want to encourage smoking, but if you're a smoker, and combination of the smoke and this fragrance will make it super nice. If you, let's say, smoking some cigars, perfect. So as I told you, notes breakdown, to me, to my nose, it opens up very red, spicy, the cinnamon, right? The kick is right there from the beginning. I love that. Spicebomb has to do with spices, not like Night Vision. There's no spice in there. It has to do something with spices. I definitely can tell you, Christmassy, cinnamony opening with that paprika, maybe saffron. They added some spiciness and definitely reminds me of Rehab more than anything else. And I told you the Rehab fragrance, I think it's similar to Spicebomb, but it's more polished, more vanillic and thick and more up-class version of Spicebomb for me. I do love that, that fragrance, Initio Rehab. It's a great fragrance, but check out the price on those. Those are like $200 plus, okay, in Bangladesh for testers. This one, if let's say you can get this with 120 or $110 and 90 mil, I think it offers nearly as good quality as that, but not quite. Initio Rehab is still ahead of this, but the added notes of the red fruits, like whatever the red fruits you can think of, like in the original, I can definitely see it, but it's more like a dried red fruits and spices. So it's about the spicy affair. Definitely must try before you buy. I'm not saying everybody's gonna like it. Some people said this one is nah, meh, it's not like as entertaining or as playful. Definitely agree. This is not a playful fragrance. It's more of a, like where you wear Burberry's London in the Christmas, you wear something like Tom Ford Noir Extreme, or fragrances like bit of the darker side, and sophisticated Dior Homme Parfum, or something like Narciso Rodriguez Blue Noir Parfum. So this is in that sophisticated genre. Okay, so these are more grown-up spice bombs. I would say the safest best, if you want to start, you have to go with the original Spicebomb. You have to test this. If you like it, then you can try the rest of them. That would be great. So the longevity from this is solid. This one definitely lasts a long time, but projection wise, if you do not spray on your neck, you hardly detect it after 2 hours, okay, because it's not projecting near your nose. So I think cold weather time it will project better, because the cold weather it will develop nicely. High heat time, it will go to the dry down quite fast. So at that point, you will not enjoy the beautiful opening of cinnamon and the pepper, and then definitely the red dried fruits, which I get from it, but it's more of a dry, smoky, sort of like a fruitiness. So great opening. So after the dry down, the peppers still continue, the spices. This is what Spicebomb is all about. If you do not like spices, do not try this line at all. The leather in this, it's kind of like not so serious, like some of the Boss bottled perfume, I think they used a leather note. You definitely tell it's there, but it's not leather dominant, okay? Like some leather fragrance like Davidoff leather blend, right away it's a leather fragrance. This one, it's like definitely number one you're gonna get is the spicy cinnamon, the paprika, the chili, and then second thing you're gonna get, I think, is like the red fruits. The third thing, prominent note to my nose, is that leather. But then funny thing is there's no tobacco in this, and when I smell this, it's kind of like, those, I'll tell you what it smells like. Those the tobacco cigarettes that you have to make, for they give you the paper and they give you like fruity, like berry sort of like those mix, and you have to make the cigarette yourself, and then you smoke it. So those, I don't know, pocket cigarettes, you can find these in 7-Eleven and stuff. So like Cuba, they name some weird things. So those who smoke those, they know, like a fruity kind of like a flavored kind of smokes. You have to make those yourself from the scratch. That's what I think it's giving me, right? So there is definitely tobacco in there, in my humble opinion. They're just not mentioning it. So it's beautiful, it's polished, it's well done, and it's really, really well done. Like very, very well done fragrance. The EDT, I'll definitely try. I think it will be good for summer nights. This is going to be good for upcoming fall and winter. Definitely this and Spicebomb Extreme, I can tell you, I recently got a backup of it because it's getting rare to find and expensive. So ultimate conclusion, initial impression, performance is like 8 out of 10, not 10. Okay, not as beastly as Extreme, but it's agreeable. Projection, I would say 7.5. It doesn't really project because EDPs are supposed to stay longer on your skin and then project a little bit less. EDTs would do more of the projection. Seasons, fall and winter. Cool weathers, nighttime, going out, clubbing, partying, dinner dates, Christmas. You get the idea. Age limit, like age, you can say age, not limit, age appropriate, perhaps 25 and up. Okay, this is more of a mature man's scent and very up close scent. If you enjoy Initio's Rehab, this is more interesting DNA than that, but Initio will last much longer than this. So overall, do I love it the most in the line? I will not say it's number one. Okay, so far my favorite is always Extreme for winter, and the original for like all year round, and the Fresh for summer exclusive. This one I would keep it in somewhere like joint number two. Number one is Extreme. This and original Spicebomb, they, I'll say, are number two. Number three is Fresh, and I would definitely like to try the other ones like the Infrared EDT, and then the Night Vision, the other one, the dark one, and there are a few more Christmas edition, limited edition, but they're all just like Spicebomb in limited time bottle. So there you go. That's my assessment. Overall score, I'll give it like a solid 8.5 because of the DNA, because of the beautiful bottle, and I love how sophisticated they made this. It's like that fragrance, like 1 million Privé. They made it so sophisticated. It reminds me of that little bit of a cherry, that tobacco sweetness, but the sweetness in this is kind of pullback. So you do not get like a overbearing sweetness. Oh, I want to play. No, this is true and true high class fragrance, and definitely expensive, but perhaps not worth retail. So wait for few months to hit discounter, get a tester, then it will be a good deal under $110, $100. Okay. So overall 8.5 for Spicebomb Infrared EDP. Thank you so much for watching. Check it out, and let's do one more review. Take care.